everyone, it's Megan and today I'm here to do the unpopular book tag. I will link the original creator of this tag down below. I obviously want to do this tag because I think it's really an awkward tag to do because not everyone's going to like these opinions, but I fancy doing it. So obviously for this tag I've got some questions and I'm going to give books to these questions, and yeah, that's how that's going to work. I do want to say though that just because I don't like a book series or a certain character within these book series doesn't mean that you shouldn't, because these are just my opinions. If you actually like a character or a book series that I don't like, leave a link down, just tell me down below. I'm fine with that. And if you actually have any answers to these questions, I would obviously love to know which characters either you dislike or what book series that you have an unpopular opinion about. But without further ado, let's go on with the video. Question number 1 is pick a book or book series that I actually did not like at all. Oh, this one I actually have 2 answers and I'm gonna get probably shot for both of these answers. The first one being The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Obviously you can see that I still got the buy one get one half price tag on it because I honestly didn't like it that much. Picked this book up because obviously the Hunger Games movie was actually going to come out this year. I picked this up and I actually did not like it. I did not like it at all. I absolutely read it because my friends were going to go see it with me and I hated every minute. I don't even think I got up past 100 pages to this book because I read it, it was really slow. Nothing really happened. Actually, nothing actually really happened within the 100 pages or semi-100 pages that I actually read before I DNF'd this book. I DNF'd it. I hated this book. Oh my god. I didn't like Katniss. I didn't like no one. Everyone was so morbid. I understand why they were morbid. I get that, but I just couldn't read it. I couldn't. God. No. No. And the second one is The Young Elite by Marie Lu. I didn't like this one either. Oh, cringe, because gonna get shot for this one too. I didn't like this one because the main character, I get that she was an anti-hero, but I just didn't like being in her thought patterns. I didn't like her thought patterns at all. She was really miserable. I get again why she was miserable. She had an abusive parent. I get that. I totally understand. But my god, I just couldn't stand her. Oh. And the saddest thing is, I thought it'd get better. I completely finished this book. I did not DNF here because I don't like DNFing, but oh no. Every time I picked this book up, I just wanted to off this character. Oh my god, serial killer. Is pick a book or series that everyone else hates but I actually love. For this one, I picked Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I actually like this book. I didn't think it was a bad book. I thought that it had an interesting premise, because who wouldn't think this was an interesting book about people with different kinds of blood, which kind of I could get into. I liked the fact that the character, who was a bit annoying at first, actually kind of became my fondest character. I kind of had a fondness for her in the end. I just loved it. I loved the villains, because oh my god. Not a spoiler, but I kind of figured that the ending to this book before it actually happened, because I was like, he's going to screw you over. He's going to mess you up. Like, honestly, we knew it was going to happen. Okay, so the ending didn't really bother me, but I thought it was good, even though it had parts of other books in it. Most books do, so I just went with it. I still love this book. Oh. 3 is pick a love triangle where the main character or the person in this love triangle went with the person that I did not like, or pick an OTP that I absolutely despise. There may be spoilers to this answer, so do be careful. So for this one, you may class this as a spoiler. Well, I think you may class this as a spoiler if you have not read the first couple of books in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. With this one, it happens in Crown of Midnight, where you have Kale and you have Aileen, and I'm like, what are you doing? Oh my god, I really hated this ship so badly. It was horrible. It was like the worst one I could have picked up. Didn't like Kale in the first book. I didn't like how he was like, oh, she's such an assassin. Yen decided to sleep with her in book 2. I just could not get my head around it. And then you had the whole fact of that in the end he finds out that she was Fae, and he's like, oh my god, I've been sleeping with a Fae all this time. Ugh. I should be so moral and it's against my king's orders. And I'm like, dude, I want to flick you off your moral high ground. He's one of these characters that have this major moral high ground, and they think no matter what they get told to do, it's okay because they're on their moral high ground. And I hate this. Oh, I really half the time through this book I just wanted to go whack. Even in book 3 of Throne of Glass, I was so glad that she did not get back together with him, because if she got back together with him I would have murdered someone with this freaking book, because this book, oh my god, I hate this OTP. This was the only OTP that I could say I hated a lot. I can't really think of anyone else. I just didn't like him. I actually prefer with Rowan, and that's it. Major spoilers are gone, so yes. Let's go on. Question number 4 is a genre that I actually never pick up. Ooh. This one I went with either contemporary or sci-fi. I have actually only ever picked up one sci-fi book, and that was These Broken Stars, and didn't like that very much because it just confused me to hell. So that kind of put me off sci-fi a lot. A real big lot. And with contemporary, I think I own 3 contemporary books, because again they're not my real cup of tea, because I just think because they're based in real life they're quite boring. Sorry if you like contemporary, but I just think they're a little boring sometimes. I just can't get into them. But with the 3 books I've picked so far, I kind of go for it. So yes, can't wait for this. Number 5 is pick a popular or beloved character that I actually did not like. Okay, for this one, I'm really gonna get some hate for this, because they're really popular within the series that I blatantly hate them from. And this would be, the first one being Snape from Harry Potter, and the second one being Dumbledore from Harry Potter. I do not like either of these characters. I just don't like them. I don't like Snape for many reasons. First being the fact of that everyone was like, oh my god, Snape, you're amazing in the end. You totally were brave for Harry. I'm like, yeah, but you do realise that if it wasn't Harry being the chosen one and it was poor little Neville over there, he wouldn't help him. He wouldn't help him at all. Because the only reason he helped Harry was because of Lily. And I'm like, what? I tell the truth with this. I just can't stand him. Because he only did it for his own agenda. He wanted to help Dumbledore in the first Wizarding War for Lily. He wanted to help Harry when Harry was growing up in his own twisted little way, because again, Lily. But if it was Neville in this instant, if Neville was having this, if Neville was the chosen one and Neville had to go up against Voldemort, I'm telling you now, he'd sit there with a cup of tea and maybe some popcorn and watch it all play out. He would not help Neville at all. I just can't stand Snape. And then Dumbledore, I could have the whole video on why I really despise Dumbledore. I like his attitude sometimes, I like some of his jokes, they're funny, and he has some amazing quotes within the series, but he is an arse, honestly. Because he literally sits and he goes, Harry, I care about you. And you're like, really? You really care about him, don't you? You're just gonna go, oh yeah, let's make him do all these horrible tasks. He can go and work in the Triwizard Tournament. He can totally fight a basilisk, and he could totally survive Voldemort on the back of some creepy teacher's head, because yeah, he's Harry Potter. And we're like, really? You just yeah. You're the chosen one, but I'm gonna bump you up at an early age. And I'm just like, I can't stand him. I just can't stand him for that reason, and the whole reason that he was like, he could have totally, I'm telling you now, he totally knew that Sirius was innocent. He totally knew it. He could have totally just sorted that out. But no, hey, let's leave Sirius running in Azkaban for 12 years. Yeah, as you do. Let's put Harry with the Dursleys, because you know, what fun that's gonna be. I'm just like, what? I can't get over this guy's mistakes. This guy's got so much crap, you know. And then you have the whole fact, let's be the most powerful wizard in the universe. Let's go work with Grindelwald. Hey Grindelwald, let's be best buddies. You know, I'm like, oh no. I really hate this guy. And every time he comes up, I just like, I'm so glad you died, of book 6. Like, honestly, one scene in Deathly Hallows, and it was over. And I was so happy, because he died. I'm gonna get so much shock for this, but hey, that's my opinion. Question number 6 is pick an author I cannot just get into. One, I went with Rick Yancey, who wrote The Fifth Wave. I couldn't get into the style of this book. I don't know how it was written. I don't like his writing style. It just seemed boring. I just felt bored. I think I didn't do enough effort. I think I've just put it off again because I tried it. I read 4 chapters and I was like, I can't get into this book. I can't get into this writer. So I'm like, I'm gonna say I'm not ever gonna read it. I'm not saying that. I probably might pick it up in the future. But for now, I can't get into you, Rick Yancey. I'm so sorry. Plus, I heard the rest of the series isn't that good. So maybe I might not get into it. But I would keep it open-minded. 7 is pick a trope that I'm fed up of seeing in books. E.g. lost princesses, corrupt rulers, or the chosen one. This one I went with kind of a taboo subject because I see it a lot, and that is the abusive parental figure sort of tropey sort of thing that you see in that young adult books a lot nowadays. Like, and to kind of stick up for this being like an everyday trope sort of thing, I have proof of it. You see it in Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page, where you have the mom who's like horrible to her kid. You also have it in, again, Harry Potter with the Dursleys being abusive to Harry. Because why? Why would you want to read that? My God. Then, again, in The Young Elites by Marie Lu, you see it a lot in this, with the dad being abusive to his kids. And finally, again, you see it in Percy Jackson with Gabe, who is the stepfather to Percy, being horrible to him. I just don't know why it's a trope. I don't know why it's there. I get it that it happens a lot, but it's in mainly, like, look all these. Like, this 4 books. I probably could pick more out if I had loads of time to pick them out. But I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just not a nice trope. Like, not every mum and dad is like that, and I just don't understand why it's in mainly all these books. I just no, I don't like it at all. Number 8 is pick a series that I have no interest in reading. This one, I actually couldn't think of a really full-fledged answer for it. So I actually went with the Dorothy Must Die series by Danielle Page. I kind of picked this up. I read this book, I read this one, and I also read the second book, The Wicked Will Rise, and kind of like the first one. I didn't really like the second one. For the second one, again, it has the thing that I really have a pet peeve about is the second one was so much shorter than the first one, and I thought it'd be longer. I didn't like what was going on in the second book. I just thought there was no character development. It was just really morbid, and I was like, what the hell was going on? And half the time, I just didn't like it. I think the only reason that I actually picked up this book, I actually picked up because I thought, you know what? After this one's going to be amazing. It's going to be quite good. And the only reason that I kept reading, because I did finish this one, was to see if my ship was going to happen in it. But it did. As far as I know, it hasn't happened. I haven't read Yellow Brick Wall. I own it, but I don't think I'm going to continue with the series because it's 2 other books. And this one wasn't that good. And it's put me off. So I don't really want to pick it up. It's shameful. Finally, question number 9. This one is, the saying goes, the book is always better than the movie. But in this case, what movie or TV show do you like more than the book? For this one, I went with The Maze Runner. I absolutely loved the Maze Runner film. I like what they did with it. I thought it was more interesting. I didn't like the Maze Runner books. I really didn't like them. I didn't like the slang. I own all of them. I own all of them except for the newish one. I think that came out last year. I didn't pick it up because I didn't really want to read it because I didn't like the slang that was kind of thrown in. It was like a made up slang, and I was like, okay, I gotta try and understand this slang, and I just never got the hook of it. I didn't like most of the characters. I think I read 1 book to that series, tried half of the Skulks Trials, and didn't read the rest because I was great that way. But yes. That is the end of my Unpopular Opinions book tag. I was so excited to film this tag because I think it's amazing that we all vary in opinions. If you disagree with what I said or agree with what I said, that is amazing. Don't feel the need to have to agree with what I stated in this video because, you know, I wouldn't. I know some people are gonna really despise what I said, but you know what? That's my opinion. If you know, you're available to yours, I'm available to mine. Feel free. If you want to subscribe to my online bookish family, feel free to do so with the big red subscribe button down below. If you do, or give the video a thumbs up if you like this video that much, because I know I enjoyed filming it. Without further ado, till next time, bye!